So let's talk about 5 important questions you need to answer before you invest in real estate. If you have never invested in real estate before and you want to get started, these are 5 questions you should answer to help you make a good investment decision. First, know your investment goals. There are a lot of things you can benefit from real estate. First is capital gains. This means you buy a piece of property and sell it for a higher price later. Let's say you buy a land for 1 million naira and you wait for it to appreciate to like 7 million, then you sell it. You've made a cool profit of 6 million naira. That's cash gains. You could also decide to invest in real estate for cash flow reasons. You can buy a 2-bedroom apartment in Shangotedo, put it on rent, and it gives you like 1 million every year. That's cash flow from rent. Also, you can earn cash flow and cash gains from a property. This happens, for instance, when you buy an apartment and rent it out. You earn rent every year, and let's say in the 10th year, you sell the apartment. If you bought the apartment for 25 million naira and you earn 1 million in rental income every year, if after 10 years you decide to sell it for 35 million, you have earned both cash flow and capital gains from that property. The next thing to look at is your budget. The truth is, first-time real estate investors don't have a high budget. So knowing your budget will help you know your strategy, the type of investment, and location. And that brings us to the next factor, which is what are your options? After you have determined your budget, the next thing is to check out what options are available to you. For instance, if you have 5 million naira, you have the option of either buying like 2 plots of land in an area like Ekpe, or a plot in a more developed area, or you may even decide to invest in buildings fractionally or choose a land banking approach. The next factor to consider is what is your strategy. Okay, after you have decided your budget and weighed your options and you see that you have like 2 million naira to invest, your strategy may be to buy land in developing areas like Ekpe every year, and after 10 years you can sell off all the land and buy a rental property. Or on the other hand, let's say you have 10 million naira, you may decide to choose between buying an acre in a developing area like Ekpe, or choosing to buy say like half a plot in an area like Hawoyaya. One major influence on your decision will be to consider the appreciation and rate of return to you of any amount you have invested. Now, another factor to consider is where are you buying? Are you buying from the street or are you buying within an estate? While buying from the street, guys, also known as your monile, may be cheaper, you could run into roadblocks on issues such as fencing your property. They're hassling you when you're trying to build. You won't get proper facilities like drainage, street lights, good roads, and the likes, which would necessarily be solved when you buy from an estate, although you would be paying a slightly higher fee than you would in the first instance. So you need to weigh your options at that point and see which suits you the most. Then you need to ask yourself, is there a payment plan structure for the property you intend to buy, and how flexible is it? Payment plan usually comes with an interest rate clause depending on the duration involved. So you really want to determine how much of the initial deposit you can come up with that will lessen the burden of the payment terms. Another important thing you need to ask yourself when paying for a property instrumentally is, how easily can my source of income finance this purchase? This is a very important factor so you don't become stuck in the middle while you're trying to complete the payment. The last but not the least factor is, who is helping me with this purchase? And that's where we'll come in. So reach out to us through either our message channels, the link in our bio, or contact our customer service team on how you can get the best advice and approach to investing in real estate even as a first-time investor.